So she deported him. She sent him back to his country after she found out he was cheating on her.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to this channel. So in today's video, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok where a lot of people are reacting to the fact that this lady decided to take back her undocumented boyfriend to his border, all because he cheated on her. And a lot of people like she did the right thing, while some people were like, oh, this is actually gonna put her in a lot of trouble. And I was able to put up some of those stitches. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section and let's dive into it.
This is exactly why you should never bite the hand that feeds you. Right after this girl found out that her boyfriend was cheating on her, instead of confronting him, she drove him back to Mexico.
She said, I brought you to the US. You can cheat on me, that's fine. We're gonna start from zero. So she literally tells them they're gonna go to Six Flags.
Not only did she keep her cool, but strategically planned him falling asleep and waking up to a fresh new start. But then again, you guys let me know if you agree.
Papá, ¿dónde están las atracciones?
Esta es la atracción. ¡Yupi!
This girl has gone viral because she brought her undocumented boyfriend back to Mexico because he was cheating on her. Here's your update. What had happened was he was cheating on her. They went on vacation. She wanted to retrieve some of the pictures from the vacation, so she went inside his cell phone. All hell breaks loose when she sees pictures of the other girl in his cell phone. She went into the bathroom and she's crying, right? She is heartbroken, but at the same time, it's like the crazy Latina comes out of her, and she's like, I gotta get revenge. I can't let him do this to me. He was off the next day. They lived 2 hours away from San Antonio, Texas. So she tells him, listen, why don't we go to Six Flags tomorrow since it's your day off? In her mind, she's thinking, well, we're 2 hours away from San Antonio, and we're 2 hours away from Laredo, Texas. But she's thinking, we can't stop anywhere to go to the bathroom or to buy snacks because then he's gonna figure things out. So she tells him, let's go buy some snacks and don't worry about driving. You know, it's 2 hours, it's late, you're probably tired from working. On the way there, she's thinking to herself, man, what am I doing? Should I be doing this? Like, I kind of feel bad. And then immediately after that, she reminds herself, no, this MF cheated on me in the worst way possible. I paid a lot of money to bring him here, and I'm going to bring his ass back to Mexico. When she gets to Mexico, Customs stops her. The officer pulls her over, and now they're on the Mexico side. Officially, they're no longer in U.S. soil. So that's when she comes clean and tells him, look, you're going to cheat on me, that's fine, but you're going to have to start from zero. Let me tell you something. Coyotes, they charge thousands for you to bring someone from anywhere. This girl saved her pennies to bring this boy from Mexico. I have heard of stories of getting fired on your day off, but you get dumped on your day off and you get brought back to Mexico on your day off. You literally wake up the next day in a completely different country, a country you don't want to be in. She says that according to her, she found out that he did in fact come back to the US. She could be charged. Yeah, she committed a crime. Several, actually. I'm talking about the girl that brought back her undocumented boyfriend back to Mexico because he cheated on her. No doubt he deserved it, right? No doubt. But she did break the law. First, she brought him to the US. She paid coyotes. And she wanted to legalize his status in the US. In other words, getting married to get his green card. Second, it's technically kidnapping.
America cannot be a real place. Have y'all seen the video of that Mexican girl that caught her Mexican baby daddy cheating? You know, and she brought him from Mexico here, and they were pretty much living together, building a life together, right? She caught him cheating, and she told him she was going to take him, so it was a surprise, right? Put him in the car, right? And drove across the border into Mexico. kicked him out, gave him $50 and told him, yo, tell the other girl to bring you into America, right? You think that's crazy, right? That's not the crazy part about this, because the video went crazy viral on the internet, right? The craziest part about this is, man, that I just found out that she might do time for that. She might spend 10 years in prison for doing ISIS job, for doing the government's job, man, and taking him back to Mexico. If anything, yo, she should be a hero, bro. She saved the American tax dollars some money. How are they gonna look into lock her up now for doing that? Yo, there's so many elements to this story, man, that I don't think I could fit it, bro, in 1 to 2 minutes, man. Because the fact that she did that is fucking hilarious. I mean, that's like legendary level troll. Like, oh, you gonna cheat on me? I ain't no problem. I'm taking a surprise. He was excited and stuff like that. Yo, when he saw him crossing the border, like, yo, where we going? Once she crossed that border, she told him where they were, and that man was like, what? And now she might go to jail for that. You can't make that stuff. Only in America, man.
What do you guys think about the girl that took her boyfriend back to Mexico without him knowing? For those that don't know the story, there's this girl, she found out her boyfriend was cheating and she was really upset, so she wanted revenge. And instead of telling him, you know, breaking up with him and telling him to go back to Mexico where she brought him from, she told him they were going to go to Six Flags. So she devised a plan to leave that night, and she told him that she would drive and that he can sleep the whole way so that he can get some rest. But by the time that he woke up, he was crossed the border. And so this was like the ultimate revenge, because he couldn't come back. But she said that since she's the one that brought him over here, she paid to have him come over here, that it was only right for her to return him and that he can start from scratch on his own. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I really want to know what your opinions are. Ultimate revenge for sure.
If you ever thought about cheating on a Latina, all I'm gonna say is just don't mess with us. So this girl is trending on TikTok because she ended up sending her undocumented boyfriend back to Mexico. She realized that he was cheating on her because she pretty much explains that they had went on vacation. She needed to transfer over some pictures to his phone, and when she went through his phone, she saw some notifications from Snapchat. If you know anything about Snapchat, once you open up a message on Snapchat, it deletes unless you save the messages. So when she looked at all the saved messages, she realized that he was like talking to another female. So she took the name from the Snapchat, went through his phone, and like confirmed that he was in fact cheating on her. So she was pissed, of course, and she wanted revenge. She didn't want to blow up the spot and like tell him like, oh, you know, I'm gonna take you back to Mexico or go back to Mexico, because she actually helped him get to the US. Key point is that they live in Texas. They live about 2 hours away from San Antonio, which is where Six Flags is, and they also live 2 hours away from where the Mexican border is. She obviously wasn't going to tell him like, oh, I'm taking you back to Mexico, but what she ended up doing was telling him that they were going to spend the day in Six Flags to pack a bag, take what he needed, because she wanted to have fun and enjoy the day in Six Flags, which is in San Antonio, which is about 2 hours away from their house. Then she goes on to explain that she was like nervous, thinking to herself, oh my god, like what if he has to use the bathroom, what if he's hungry, and then he notices that like we're not heading towards San Antonio, we're heading towards the Mexican border. So what she did was she made him use the bathroom prior to going on the road, and then told him that she was gonna drive, and like I guess this was like his rest day, so she was like, you can sleep and you can rest and I'll drive the whole way. So homie doesn't wake up until they're at the Mexican border, and he realizes like, I'm back in Mexico. So she ends up telling him like, if you want to cheat on me, you can cheat on me, but you're gonna have this girl come bring you back to the US, because you're not gonna cheat on me, and like she said, you're not gonna use me. Let me tell you, the nicest thing that she did was bring him back to his hometown and give him $50 and tell him to be blessed, pretty much. So again, if you ever think about cheating on a Latina, just don't do it, especially if you're undocumented.
I took notes, so let's get into it. I love the story by kind of saying how everything got started. So originally her and her boyfriend had gone on a vacation and they had just gotten home. This is based in Texas. And she says, hey, like I want to take some pictures off of your phone that you took. So she, you know, grabs his phone, and when she's on his phone, she goes through his Snapchat. And when she goes on his Snapchat, she realized that there were things, you know, obviously, you know, you swipe on the conversation and there was nothing there. But then she scrolled up and there was photos saved in a conversation with another woman. So then she finds that contact in his phone. It was just like seeing all the conversations that he was having with this girl. So he deleted basically kind of nothing. That's when she says, like, she goes to the bathroom and she was just crying. Like, she was just filled with rage. You know, she helped him come to the United States and he was kind of just walking all over her. So she's in the bathroom and she's like weighing out her options. She's like, if I tell him to leave, he's just going to pack up and go to this other girl. And it's like, no, you know, she says, she's like, I brought him here. And that's how she got the idea. I'm going to return him. That's exactly how she says it. And so she's like kind of mad, and she does say like she wanted revenge. She does mention that very clearly, like she was upset. She couldn't believe it. So let's keep going. So as she's like weighing out her options, she basically says, okay, let's go to Six Flags. She comes up with the idea that she's like, hey, you know, hon, pack a bag. We're going to, you know, we'll leave tonight. So that way we get there in the morning. So we get a full day. And, going to Texas is around the same time as it is to get to the border. So that's how she starts kind of coming up with her plan. So right by her house, she says that there is a gas station. And so she tells him like, hey, you know what? I'll drive, you sleep, but let's get the gas and, get your snacks. So that way, we don't have to stop, because she mentions if they kind of just left, if he wanted to go to the bathroom or go to the gas station, he kind of start figuring out that they weren't going towards Six Flags. So her plan works, like he falls asleep, she drives the entire way there. And when you travel to Mexico, basically the first stop is kind of just the first way to get in is kind of just keep going. But then there's a second part of going into Mexico where they can check your car. So she mentions that as soon as she gets to the second stop, they signal her, hey, you have to go this way because they're going to check her car. And he wakes up at the point where she's putting down the window to talk to Border Patrol. So he wakes up and he's like, why are you doing this? However, and she says, they go through the checkpoint. So they're in Mexico now and he is undocumented. So she kind of pulls over and, tells him why, she says, and I quote, yo lo traje, yo lo regreso. So I brought him here, I'm going to return him. And she tells him, you cheated on me, this isn't right. And she does say in her video, which is one of the good quotes to say, is she says cheating on me, all right, whatever, at that point. But using me, no. And she even she says she takes out a $50 bill and throws it at him and goes here, take that. And she does state he had his wallet, he had that backpack full of clothes or whatever, what they were planning on wearing to Six Flags. He had his phone. And she doesn't know anything more about his life anymore because obviously they're not in contact. But she does mention he does eventually come back. So yeah. A detail that I didn't mention, which I kind of skipped over, was that on the drive to the border, she does say that she has thoughts of am I doing the right thing? Am I doing this? And then she says that she just thinks back to all the messages she read of him cheating on her. And after all that she did for him, she just thought that it was really, really messed up. He was basically kind of using her, and she didn't like that. She thought that was kind of a cool thing to do. So she says that's why she did it. But again, I will tag her, and I'll put it in the comments and I'll tag her here. Yeah, that's the story.
Can we talk about that girl that took her boyfriend back to Mexico because he cheated on her? And now many of the actions she did could be considered illegal. This is why I always say, if you're going to have revenge, do it in silence. Why do you got to put it on social media? Why? Because now he could fight her in the court system and come back winning. So we need to move in silence, right? So if you're going to do something, stop publishing it, right? Because you're going to go super viral. Everybody's going to talk about it. Everybody's going to cheer you on. But you might go to jail. Because they're saying that she basically kidnapped him, human trafficking. And there was another one. Listen, next time, this is a lesson for everybody. Do not post anything that is revengeful, because guess what? You get caught up in the court system and end up in jail because it could be considered illegal. Do better, y'all. Don't post everything you do. Work in silence.
And to that girl who drove her cheating ex-man, back to that border, baby, that's the greatest get back of all. That is the greatest get back of all. So check this. Old girl found out her ex-man was cheating. She said, I helped him do a lot. I helped him, get from the border to over here. He's illegal. I helped him. She says, oh, okay, you're cheating. Ow. Well, if I kick him out, all he gonna do is move in with the next fight. So she did the unthinkable. She drives that cheating man back to Mexico. She said, we're going on a road trip, baby, a road trip. Wow! It's a road trip. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Child, she had this thing full throw out. She made sure he had potty breaks, snacks, so he would never expect the laugh. Well, that man woke up and was in Mexico. She handed him $50 and say, do with that what you will. Huh?
I need to find the girl who got cheated on and drove her boyfriend to Mexico and left him there because he's undocumented. Girl, because we need to be besties, because that is insane. She said, I brought you to the U.S. You can cheat on me, that's fine, but you're going to start from zero. So she literally tells them they're going to go to Six Flags. And I think she lives in San Antonio, or says that we're going to San Antonio. I'm not too sure. But she ends up driving while he falls asleep and crosses the border. And then when he wakes up, she's like, bye. You can cheat on me, but you're going to start from zero. Basically, me vas a engañar, pero yo no voy a ser tu pendeja. Oh, girl, where are you at? I don't know. I can't find the TikTok that she posted, but I'm looking for it. But girl, this is just chef's kiss.
I'm so glad that I speak Spanish and English because this girl deported her boyfriend because he was cheating on her. She was going to send a picture to herself, and then Snapchat popped up, and then she saw all the girls that are on her phone, on his phone, my bad. And then she was like, I need to get this fool back because I'm the one who brought him over here, so how am I gonna get this fool back? So she came up with this plan. They live in Texas, and she was like, let's go to San Antonio to Six Flags or something. But then she's like, oh, it's like 2 hours away from here. So she was like, oh, how am I gonna get there without him noticing or something? Went to a convenience store and bought all the snacks, told them, you need to go to the bathroom because I don't want to stop. It's a 2-hour drive, and I'll drive so you can rest. So this fool actually believed her. She starts driving over there. Everything's going according to plan. She's like driving over there. She's shooting brakes and thinking like, am I doing the right thing? But she was like, hell no, he fucking did me dirty. Get there, and she basically tells him, you're here because you're cheating on me and I'm not gonna take your bullshit no more. She's like, get out of my car, blah blah. He's like, I can't believe you did this to me. I don't know what. They start talking shit to her. She throws him a $50 bill and leaves. Oh my fucking god, she's an icon.
Did y'all see that Mexican girl that took her undocumented baby father into Mexico in the name of a surprise trip? He didn't know where they were going, and then she let him off out there, gave him $50 and told him to tell the woman that he was cheating on her with to bring him into America the way she did? Yeah, that's a real story. And you want to know what else happened in that story? She might face 10 years for doing that because she put the video online and it went viral. Imagine that. She did ICE and the federal government and the taxpayer a favor, and she might do 10 years for it. You can't make this up, bro. Only in America and only amongst Latinos.
I'm used to messy cases. But if you're in the United States undocumented and you're relying on someone to give you legal status, maybe try not to cheat on them. Actually, don't cheat on them. Now, if you're an immigrant who is with a US citizen or green card holder, you're relying on them for legal status and they cheat on you, that with some other stuff might make you eligible for VAWA, but that's not the point of this video. I have a lot of questions as an immigration lawyer. Like, I want to know how he ended up undocumented. Did he come here undocumented from the beginning, or did he come here with a visa that maybe expired? That's gonna matter because he's now in Mexico. Here's why. If you spend over 6 months or over a year in the United States undocumented and then you leave, you're not going to be able to come back for 3 or 10 years without a waiver. And those waivers right now are taking about 3.5 years to get. But if you previously came to the United States undocumented and then you spent over a year in the United States, leave and try to come back, you're not going to be able to do so for 10 years because of the perm bar, and there is no waiver for that. So I hope your boy has a really good immigration lawyer, and I hope that the cheating was worth it. Do you agree with what the girlfriend did? What would you do? Let me know in the comments.
We need to normalize what she did. Yeah, we do. We need to normalize removing people from our lives that serve no purpose. We also need to normalize guarding our peace. Because after she found out that her boyfriend was cheating, she went to the bathroom and cried. She could have gone the other way. She could have come out and fought with him, confronted him. Why are you doing this to me? I brought you here from Mexico. I spent thousands of dollars to bring you here. I was going to give you the green card. Instead, silence. She quietly planned her exit. When I left my ex-husband on his 40th birthday, I stayed quiet for an entire year. My mother did not know I was leaving my marriage. No one knew. I stopped fighting. I was planning my exit. There's no reason to fight anymore. I was quietly removing this person that no longer served a purpose in my life. Instead, he was harming me. He was taking away my peace. Because women that get into arguments with their man, what they're asking for is, I'm not going to do it again. I promise you I'm not going to do it again. Women like this young woman and like myself, we don't want any more excuses. We're out of there. Stop arguing with a man that is going to continue his behavior because that's who he is. He's letting you know who he is. After 10 years of marriage, I knew my ex-husband was not going to change. So I quietly left him. I woke up that morning. I kissed him happy birthday. What do you want for your birthday breakfast, honey? Yeah. I stayed quiet. You need to normalize being quiet and just walking away from that toxic relationship that is going nowhere. Stop begging people to change.
Like, seriously, lovely, this story has just been all over the social platform. A lot of people are actually praising this lady. A lot of people are like, okay, you just did the right thing, because cheating is just something that is unacceptable to some people. Why other people can accept cheating in a relationship, but I think a lot of people cannot even, accept it, because you as a person cheating on your partner. And what if this your partner decides to cheat on you? Are you going to take it lightly? Will you like it? Like, why will you even be in a relationship when you know that you are going to cheat on your partner? Like, it's better for you not to actually even be in a relationship with the said partner. So this lady in question has actually been going viral on all the social platform, when she shared her story and a clip of, her boyfriend, which probably she brought to the US, with all of the things, with all of the finances in bringing someone from another place or from another country to the US and all of that. And all this guy could do, in order to appreciate all of the things that she has been doing for him, was to actually start cheating on her, which is, is so disappointing at this point. It's very disappointing that, you will see someone that is very willing to be with you, to sacrifice everything, bring you to a said country that, for a better future, a better life, But instead of you to be so appreciating, you decided that you are going to, go ahead to cheat on this partner of yours. So it's said that this particular lady and her boyfriend have been in a relationship for a very long time, even before she traveled, to the US and all of that. And she made all her possible best in order to bring her boyfriend, which probably they are living together, and I think he's undocumented and all of that. But after everything, they went for this vacation and they took, pictures and all of that. So when they got home, she decided that she was going to, select all of the pictures that she took, and she have to get the guy's phone and all of that in order to, get all of these pictures. And unfortunately for the guy, she decided to go or swipe, or a picture popped up from a Snapchat or something, and that was when she found out that the guy that she has been with, the guy that she has actually, spent everything for, he's been cheating on her with another woman. And one thing I commend her for is the fact that she didn't create any scene like, who is this? You're cheating on me and all of that. You know what it is like? She is she actually controlled herself. Because other people will flare up, try to question, why are you cheating on me? You're not cheating on me, what all this? But all she did was to go to the bathroom. She cried out her eyes and everything, and she was all composed. That is when, she decided that, okay, it is actually time for me to do something, to revenge, to actually, do something. And this is when all of the plans began, and all she knew was that the guy is not documented anyways. He is an undocumented immigrant, and that was all just how the thing, started and ended. And before you know it, she came up with a plan, to drive to somewhere, which they ended up being in Mexico border. Like, women are so, oh my goodness. This guy never ever thought that she could do such a thing. There is something about, women. A lot of men think that so many women are so weak. They're like, they expect her, maybe after finding out, of the cheating whatsoever, she will just go down and start crying, creating a scene, trying to be all emotional. You're cheating on me. No. There are some women that does this, where there are some That is why some people say that there are some kind of women you have to cheat and get away with, when there is one that you would cheat and really you wouldn't even get away with it, you know. And the thing is that for her to execute this plan, that means, oh my god, it really took her time. I just imagine with finding out that this guy has been cheating and all of the pretense she have to go through in order for this her plans to be in a surface. Oh my god, people really need to fear women. You really need to fear women. When a woman loves you, she loves you for you. But when you want to play her, oh my goodness, you are going to see a different kind of a woman. This is what so many men do not really, this is what they don't understand. Seriously, how could you, okay, that means probably he's using her to get his papers done, to get himself settled in this state, and after which he's just going to, you know, call it a quit and move in with the other lady. Like, why would you do that? And why would you actually be in a relationship with someone you know vividly well deep inside of you that you have no future with? Or even if you have future with this person, why are you always hurting this person so emotionally and physically? Like, seriously, this is what some people do not understand. You know, when you want to be in a relationship, there are so many things you have to, you know, you really have to do away with. There are so many sacrifices. If you're not ready to, you know, take or to go through sacrifices, it's best for you to remain single. Being in a relationship comes with a lot of sacrifice and patience. And if you're someone that is not ready for all of those things, it's actually best for you to, you know, be single and not get yourself messed up with, you know, stories that touches the heart. When I saw this video, it was actually, you know, trending all over the social media. A lot of people were of the opinion that she is going to end up regretting her actions, while a lot of people were like, okay, this is so illegal that she might just get arrested. You know, some people were like, oh, she did the right thing. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. If you've not subscribed to this channel or to this step, please do get a huge way to click on the subscription. And I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.